We are testing the top microphones and lav mics, shotgun mics, everything. We want to see how we can make the best YouTube videos possible.
I'll show you how I run the experiment, which mic we end up choosing as my favorite mic, showing you actual audio samples so you can help maybe pick your own. So comment below which one you think is the best and which one audio sound you prefer. We didn't do any kind of like tweaking to the audio. It's just raw straight from the camera. And I'm most likely going to be moving these types of videos to a second channel, which I'll have them linked down below. It'll be like Sherv and Shares reviews or something like that. I know they probably don't feed into the main type of content, but I still kind of want to just publish this because I think it's valuable and informational. So I'll have that second channel link below.
Because audio is more important than video. You can see right here, we've got a shotgun mic, we've got the top handle, we've got Timecode, we've got XLR mics, we've got lavs right here. Zach is setting up all the lavs. We got Rhodes, regular, Rode with the Rode Lav, DJI, regular DJI with the Lav, Deity Theos with the Lav. What are the different lavs?
Deity is with the Deity Lav that comes with it.
And what's the second Deity for?
The second Deity has the COS 11D.
Which is the best mic ever, Zach says.
Which is, yeah, pretty solid.
Which is this one. It comes in a crazy case and it's like $5,000 million.
We're leaving all of the windscreens on for the indoor and outdoor because the reality of shooting is we don't take them off really.
Yep, and then we also have the Sennheiser here as well. This is like my favorite OG mic. The DJI is my favorite, just like easy to grab mic. We'll have all the mics linked down below, just in case you want to buy them. We're gonna use two Peak Design carbon fiber tripods. One is broken, that's why I have two, but they still kind of work. We have two Sony FX3s with Deity timecode going in to easily sync them. We have 4-channel audio, so this handle audio is on. One XLR is gonna be left, the other one's right, and then the whatever this device is plugged into will be left, right for the last 4 channels. Yeah, this one we also have a Rode mic, Video Mic Pro Plus, from a regular 3.5mm jack to an XLR. That's using the Deity cable. We're not gonna be going into detail like testing the cables and like different top handles, but we will once we find out of all this which one sounds the best. Then we'll kind of like be like, okay, Deity and the COS 1D sound the best, or Sennheiser and COS 1D, so now let's test it with different receivers. Top handle, no top handle. DJI is the receiver versus like the Deity is the receiver. Which one is the best? So we'll test those out too. I even have these adapters because the DJI doesn't support locking mechanism. So we'll test these cables. We've got a variety of 3.5mm cable. These are 3.5. If you don't know what that is, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5 with a locking mechanism. And then this is 3.5 to XLR. Some of the mics support XLR. With the top handles, you get 24-bit audio through here. Whereas if it's just 3.5mm, you get 16-bit audio. And then we have different fuzzies. We have an indoor fuzzy here. We have an outdoor fuzzy here for the big mics. We got the Sony. We got the Sennheiser 416, all the things. So let's get the testing, baby. Oh, look at this. Wait, shouldn't the lav mic be pinned here, right?
I think we need a second belt actually.
Oh.
Right?
All right, so we got the 4 mics, and then to get 4-channel audio, you go into here and audio recording. And we're gonna putting that as our setting. 4-channel audio, 24-bit. We're not doing 16-bit. That's on both cameras, and you can see we got mic, bum, 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 bum. Top left, it shows right there. This one is also set on the same thing. Cool, cool. Looks good. And now, Polyland is on. We also need to turn on everything. DJI is turning on, and everything should be on. Now we're gonna run the test, see which mic is actually the best. And we're gonna use this mic as well as part of the test. All right, what do we got here?
This is gonna go on Shervin's chest. We're gonna have the mics facing upside down.
Why?
So that there's no pops from peas and it eliminates some sibilance as well. And then all these are gonna go on the waistband.
This is what the mics look like. They're not perfectly centered, but they're good enough. Test number 1, indoor with the air conditioning on. All right, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the brand new features of the Apple Watch. In WatchOS 11, there's a new training mode where you can see how well you're recovered, if you're actually performing better or worse than the previous days. And today, I'm gonna see if this thing is actually worth it or not. Yellow leather, blue leather, yellow leather, blue leather. So this is just me whispering. I'm gonna be, hey guys, guess what's going on? So we're actually gonna try to prank my roommates. We're gonna get them a little bit of another health test. You know, and we know they love their health tests. So let's find out what happens. So this is just me whispering. I'm gonna be, hey guys, guess what's going on? So we're actually gonna try. All right, what's up everybody? Let's go. We're gonna be super loud. All right, what's up everybody? Let's go. We're gonna be super loud. All right, what's up everybody? Let's go. We're gonna be super loud. All right, these are the shotguns. We're gonna walk away. We're gonna walk to the back of the bedroom for the shotgun testing. and then I'm walking back to the front. Maybe I need to grab a box and be like, all right, this is the box. Welcome. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. What's going on? This is the box that I'm showing you. Shotgun mic test. What's up? This is with the air conditioner off. That was quiet silence, nothing going on in the room, maybe a little bit of movement. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the brand new Apple Watch features. There's a new training load, which can tell you how well you're recovered, if you're overtraining, and I want to see if this feature is actually worth your money. And I really want to know, have you subscribed or turned on notifications down below? Because if you haven't, then I'm going to have to cry myself to sleep tonight. All right, guys, so we're going to prank my roommates. They don't know, but I have another blood test incoming, and Tejas is going to faint, but I think it's going to be really, really funny. We're going to see if his testosterone levels are optimal or not. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're going to prank my roommates. They don't know, but I have another blood. All right, this is super loud. We're going to be extremely loud. 32-bit float. We're yelling into the microphones. We want to see, does it peak? Can we drag it down or not? All right, this is super loud. We're going to be extremely loud. 32-bit float. We're yelling into the microphones. We want to see, does it peak? Can we drag it down or not? All right, so actually, I need to show you this box. So this box that I have right here, this is a really good book that I've gotten from this artist, and I'm going to show you if this book is actually worth reading or not, and it's all that I want to tell you about. So thank you so much for joining in this channel. I love you. This is the greatest book of my life, and we're just saying random gibberish just so you can taste what the audio levels are like, and that is it. All right, we're running, guys. Welcome to my Zone 2 workout, and I want to see kind of what it's like to be actually running and working out. Just going down the West Side Highway, and I do have some things clicking in my back. I'll hold them. But these things do move around. They're pulling my pants down, and this is pretty tight to my shirt, but I think the audio should be pretty decent if I'm going up and down, and you might be able to hear my shoes, you know, hitting the floor. So that's pretty much it. That's ice bath, baby. I'll see you in the next one. Peace! Okay, we're live. This is the outdoor recording test number 2. Outdoor recording test number 2. We have all the Lav mics. Everything is plugged in. Everything's recording. Looks good. There's a lot of wind. A lot of background noise. There's a humming with the AC, and yeah, we're gonna see how this sounds. In today's video, we're gonna talk about Apple Watch's newest training load feature. It tells you how well recovered I am, if I'm training too much, too little, if I need to hold back. This is some really exciting software updates. It's gonna help it compete with Garmin, Oura Ring, and all the other things. And there is a massive one of those bugs that I really dislike over there. All right, guys, so I'm gonna actually prank my roommates. We're gonna prank that ladybug thingy. Oh man, I hate those bugs, but we're gonna see if they're actually scared of me. I'm gonna walk towards it, step on it. They're actually invasive species, so we're gonna see what it's like. But I'm gonna prank my roommates again with a surprise health test just to see. All right, this is a very loud volume audio test to see how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is a very loud volume audio test to see how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is a very loud volume audio test to see how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I'm gonna show you what this cold plunge is like. We're gonna show you how this thing looks. Let's set it up right here. If it's actually worth your money, what it looks like, how it feels, and we're testing out the shotgun mic. So if I walk really far away, and then if I get really close, like does the audio get much better? Are we able to drown out that background noise? But these are all from the shotgun mics, but I am wearing the Lav, which comes with me. And when I move around, does the audio change? And then maybe I start running, and we're just outside doing kind of an easy, simple running test. Like we're just doing some Zone 2 conversational pace. I want to see what the audio is like when we're working out, doing something fitness related, and there's still a lot of noise going on. Which audio sounds the best, the most organic, and it's easy to understand, especially when we have all this equipment on. And sometimes it hits against my shirt, so that can create some kind of a scraping noise. I want to see if we get any of that at all. I hope not, because running content is fun to make. Very nice. We're outside in the streets. There's a street behind me in New York City. This is the West Side Highway, lots of cars. Hopefully we'll hear some honking. I feel like I'm yelling just to be able to get over the noise. There's a ton of wind. It is extremely windy right now. This is the ultimate audio test. All right, Apple Watch just released some training load features today. We're gonna test it out. It's gonna tell me if I'm training too hard or too easy. I wanna see if it's actually worth using and if it changes my life in any kind of way. So we're gonna walk that through today because it's gonna be a fun experience. And we're here in New York City. We're just gonna have some fun and no cars are driving by. My back is facing the vehicles, whereas the shotgun mics are pointing at the vehicles. So maybe I'll turn around and I'll speak this way with the Lav mic. Sounding is different when I'm actually facing the cars. Oh, they're all driving by. Stuff like this, no one will look at you. Okay. All right, now the setup is shotgun mics facing away from the cars. and they're gonna be looking at me, and the Lav mics are now facing the cars. But yeah, today we're testing the Apple Watch training load features. There's some really cool stuff to see. Hey, am I overtraining, undertraining? I want to see what it's like. Now cars are driving by, so we got a USPS truck, but I've got this cool watch face where I can see the information and the data whenever I pull it up. And I even have the noise widget on here, and it's saying that it's really loud, 94 decibels. So this is not good for your ears. You don't want to be in this type of environment for a sustained period of time. Off my diaphragm, I could lose my voice. I feel like I'm teaching a group fitness yoga class again. But here we go. Let's run, baby. We'll see you in the next one. We are on not so much of a main street. Still a pretty popular street, but just trying to see if it sounds any different. Maybe a little bit less vehicle noise. Today, Apple Watch has released their new training load features, and I want to test it out. It's going to show me how, if I'm overtraining or undertraining. We want to see all the features today. We're going to see, we're here in New York City. We got lots of cars behind us. It's very windy. There's a lot of noise, and I think the wind is probably the craziest one. The wind is whispering voice. We're going to do a whispering voice outside. I'm going to go surprise them. We want to see if it picks up any of the audio when I'm talking in a really quiet voice. And I keep getting stuff in my eyes from all the wind. This absolutely hurts. I don't like it. But this is just me talking in maybe a normal conversational voice. Could be closer to a whisper. And now we're going to yell. We're going to be super loud. We're going to be super excited. We're testing out the max levels of the audio. My voice is going to be gone if I keep talking like this. And now we're going to yell. We're going to be super loud. We're going to be super excited. We're testing out the max levels of the audio. My voice is going to be gone if I keep talking like this. All right, now I'm going to keep talking to the camera in this direction, but what I really want to do is turn around, so that way the shotgun mic can't pick up only the Lav mic facing off the street, and then once I turn around, how does the audio change when now I'm back facing the cameras to see, hey, is it still picking me up? This is a crazy test, y'all. We're doing these tests for you, for me. We're doing these tests for me, but we're going to publish this hopefully on the interwebs so other people can see which mic is worth your money. Let's go into the office and see how it all looks. All right, we're switching to dynamic stabilization. We're gonna see, has the dynamic stabilization changed anything? We're at f16 ISO 800. It might be smoother. It's a little more cropped in, but now that I'm walking with this, I'm literally just, the camera's kind of bopping up and down. As you can see right here, it just kind of goes up and down. I can put it on Zach. It's a bit more cropped in. I don't know how the quality of the footage is different. We're on 360 on the microphone. But this is me vlogging, like it's literally, I could kiss the camera. So look how close that is. But the audio is gonna be better when it's closer to my face, and I can easily just hold this before it's really dark. This is 2.8, which is nice, it's a wide lens. I don't know, is there any kind of wobble or distortion in the corners here? But we could easily be a vlogger with just this lens. There's just no zooming in and out, so getting B-roll will be a bit harder. All right, what's up guys? Welcome back. We're doing another test with the microphones. They are placed on around my chest. We swapped the receivers 2 and 2, so we wanted to see how does the audio sound from each device to the other. And once again, as always, we're going to talk about Apple Watch content, the training load, to see, hey, if I do this certain exercise, is my training load going to be better or not? Now, if I really want to whisper and talk quietly, I can whisper in this voice and we can hear any of the background noises that are going on. We have a little bit of a server over there and water filling up in a tub over there. Now this room is getting really hot because we turned the AC off, but that's just part of making videos. And then they both have 32-bit float. So that means if I really want to yell super loud, they'll be able to pick up that voice and it will not peak because they have 32-bit float. So when we're testing the audio, it sounds that much better, baby. Let's go. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Peace. All right, so we're doing the Rhodes, we're doing the Sennheiser, and then the Rode into the Deity receivers. They're recording 32-bit float audio. We want to see how it sounds like if I'm talking with my quote-unquote performance voice, if the audio is decent, it's mid, whatever it is. This is kind of what it would be like if I was like, hey, this is the Apple Watch training load. Today we're going to talk about the experience, the fun, the energy, what it's like. And then maybe I want to whisper and see what it is. We did have to put the Sennheiser at a lower dB than the Rode. The Rode was at a higher dB, or vice versa, one of the others, because for some reason one lab maybe picks up more or less. So we're just trying to see what it's like with this one receiver. Clearly the labs perform differently, but that's good because we can yell and be super loud and talk about all the things that we're doing and hear all the background noise that gets picked up by these labs. Peace. All right, welcome. This is the DJI Lav right here. I love that it kind of turns. You can rotate it. There is no locking mechanism like any of the other labs. It just plugs in, and that's just how the DJI ones work. They don't have a locking piece. So that's kind of one of the downsides. The cable is much shorter, which I like because it doesn't get like in the way, but that just means you have less abilities of putting this piece other places. But I guess if you're only putting it in your pocket, it works perfectly. It's like just as long for most people. So I do really appreciate that. But that's kind of what we're testing is like, how does the audio sound when you're using the DJI Lav straight into the Deity receiver? And then, yeah, maybe I'll whisper into the mic and see how it sounds when whispering. This kind of feels like an ASMR experience where I'm going to just whisper really quiet. And then we also know that the Deity also supports 32-bit onboard. So when I yell super loud, let's see how it sounds like. Can I pick up my audio when I'm talking? Is it really cool or not? Should I not use this? America, let's make America great again. All right, and that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll do a little bit of silence. All right, this is the COS 11D into the DJI receiver. COS 11D is right there, and then it goes straight into the adapter that I got off eBay, screws in, and then wraps around into the DJI receiver here, which is transmitting to that device, and then that's using a 3.5 millimeter cable into the top handle of the FX3, which is a Sony native thing. We're using 4-channel audio, so this is on channels 3 and 4. We do have a shotgun mic as well on channel 1 and 2. So this is kind of what it sounds like when I just speak into it on my chest. This is supposedly the best lav that we have, and then just trying to see how the audio might change when using different kinds of receivers. All right, now we're on 2-channel audio. We're doing a 3.5 millimeter cable from the DJI into the FX3 microphone slot, 3.5 millimeter with the COS 11D on this side, and the same scenario. We have the DJI receiver with the eBay cable that I bought with the locking mechanism so it doesn't fall off. The cable's thick, but I'm kind of weird that this is gonna break. Just want to see how the audio sounds. Is it pretty good? To see if we can have the best Apple Watch videos out there. Now we have a new 3.5 millimeter cable. So before we were using the Rode 3.5 millimeter cable, but now we're using the actual native DJI 3.5 millimeter cable. Same exact setup, COS 11D microphone with the DJI receiver and the eBay cable locking mechanism right over here. But this is just the DJI straight into DJI cable into the FX3. And does the audio sound any different when using a different kind of 3.5 millimeter cable, the native versus the Rode? Now we're using the digital interface for the DJI, which I really like because it has no cables, but I've heard a lot of people complain about it. Just curious if this sounds different from a 3.5 millimeter cable. Before we had the Rode and the DJI 3.5 millimeter cables. So those may make the audio worse, but I think just the experience of having a digital input, you don't have any extra cables to carry, you just slide it in. It helps power the device and turn it on and off as you turn your camera on and off. Maybe I'm totally wrong on that, could be totally wrong on that. But now we have the DJI receiver, so it's the smallest receiver I own. We still get that locking mechanism with this eBay adapter, so you know, if this doesn't break, then we should be fine. And it goes into the amazing COS 11D lav mic, so we should be getting the best kind of audio right here, all plugged in with the simplest setup as well. So curious, how does this sound? Is this really good or not when we speak really loud? And then maybe when we're whispering and trying to be really quiet and see, is this the ultimate setup? Because for me, I would love to have this. It's the best. Peace.
Now, when it comes to our final thoughts, actually, we decided to go with the DJI Mic 2 as the main mic, and I just use this because of the digital adapter, and we want 24-bit audio. And we just tend to get better 24-bit audio with the digital adapter and I like not having cables. So that's like the tier 1. And then if we want to upgrade the audio, which we try to do anytime Zach is helping me film, and that means I'm going to tape the COS 11D to my chest, inside my chest, so it's not visible. And then we wire that into the DJI mic with a locking mechanism adapter that I bought from eBay. And so far that's been working. That's the setup we've been using for the past, 2-3 months. That's my favorite setup right now. It is not ideal to travel with that since right now I'm traveling. I didn't bring the COS 11D, but it does provide the best kind of audio I've noticed. Anytime that we can plug in a lav into one of these, the audio just sounds that much better. But from a convenience factor, it's just easier to just take a case and be able to use that as my audio kit anytime I'm traveling somewhere and I want to be light. So it's finding a balance between the setups. It's like, this is top tier setup if we're willing to take a lot of equipment, COS 11D with DJI Mic 2 or any kind of receiver that's small. And then there's the small version, which is the DJI Mic 2 and maybe the Mic Mini, which I'm testing now, as the travel audio kit where it's like I don't have to worry about anything and it's very small. I can just toss it in the bag and go. So those are kind of the two setups. It's like functional and good enough, and then it's like quote unquote try to get the best. More to come. We'll test these mics also at CES, I think. So if you want to see that, subscribe to the channel below. Sherman shares reviews.